Well, it's not good morning, I guess. Good afternoon, my dudes. What is up? There's so much breaking news. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? How you guys doing? Johnny, thank you so much for the 4 months. Hell yeah, brother. Medical car with the Baker's half century looking good. Looking forward to the international management. Are we? Are we? I mean, like, obviously I am, right? What's good, cuh? What's good? Worldwide enemy number 1 incoming. Me? What did I do? Worldwide enemy number 1 incoming. That's me, apparently. Training intensity is going to bring down nations. It usually does. I miffed the Scots. I'm not worried about the Scots. I'm not worried about the Scots. Yeah, dude. If you won 56 league titles and you're worried about what I have to say, who cares? That's what I never understood. You know what I wasn't doing when the University of Virginia won the national championship? I wasn't sitting on Twitter. I was celebrating. I feel like there's something in the world of sports today where, like, you have this massively successful moment, and the first thing you want to do is just run to some social media and get rage baited. Like, you want to just go argue with people. Also, I would like to just point something out, and I don't want people to look at me and say that I'm like, I have it out for Celtic. In Czechia, all right, because if you didn't miss, Celtic won in the 89th minute on an, they won the title with a goal against Hearts in like the 89th minute. In Czechia, Slavia Prague, Sparta Prague. They're playing. Slavia Prague's about to win the league. With like 2 minutes left in the game, the Slavia Prague fans stormed the field. The match was canceled. The match was given as a 3-0 to the other team. All I'm saying is, after Celtic scored a goal to go up 3-1, Celtic fans stormed the field. And there was time left in that game. At least a minute and a half. And the ref just kind of blew it. But, like, there's not a lot of difference between the two things. The only difference is that a goal was scored. You're saying the whistle for the goal was also the full-time whistle? I mean, that would... If it wasn't obvious to the announcers and the players, I'm damn sure it wasn't obvious to the fans. And that means it wasn't obvious to anybody. They're now ready. Look, I know. I'm not saying it would be fair for that to be overturned. I'm just saying that there is a rule book and a precedent that says that it could be. The interesting thing is, a lot of people insist that Celtic is favored by the SFA, but if you ask the Celtic fans, they act like they're the most persecuted group of people, right? They start listing things that happened in like 1970. I don't know. Scotland is one of the weirdest leagues in the world. They feel like they're just super persecuted. That league is one of the weirdest leagues in the world, dude. If you sneeze in the general direction of Rangers or Celtic, you will get more like illogical insanity in your inbox than you've ever seen in your entire life. In your entire life, you will have never seen more illogical insanity in your entire life than if you just poke one of those bees' nests, dude. And I did. For those that missed it, I poked those bees' nests. I said, worth remembering for Hearts, that diabolical last-second penalty in Celtic's last game's the only reason a 2-1 put Celtic top of the table. And I said, definitely understand the mid-match pitch invasion for Celtic here. I mean, it's only their 476th consecutive league title. Only comes along once in a lifetime. This is a pure joke, right? You know my issue with banter, by the way? You know my issue with the idea of, like, banter? Is it's only banter if you're not the one getting offended by it. Right? Because I guarantee you all of these people that are in the comments of those two tweets that are like, you know, have said some heinous stuff to somebody else. And then they're like, it was banter. Can't take a little banter. I get that all the time. Like, oh, you're American. You can't take a little banter. I thought that was pretty funny. I thought that was a good way of pointing out the absurdity of them storming the field. You know, Goliath defeats David. Let's rush the field and slap their players in the face. That'll show them. Do Celtic fans all sound like Doodle Bob? No. They're harder to understand. Yeah, banter... Exactly. It's the idea that it's like banter. It's Schrodinger's banter, okay? It's banter, but only if I think it's banter. If I don't think it's banter, then it's not banter. If I don't think the cat is dead, it's not dead. Yeah, no, dude. Celtic fans lost it. Celtic fans they lost it over the last, 2 weeks. Or at least all the, part of the ship, part of the crew guys, like Pirates of the Caribbean, came out of the side of the stadium and they were like, you know, they lost it. They went nuts. If you can't understand why Celtic fans celebrated that title after nearly self-imploding this season, what, self-imploding was almost not winning the league? The league title means you have one more league title than Rangers. Congratulations. But after almost self-imploding this season, we had an absolute meltdown. We almost didn't win the league. You won the league. Your budget is more than half of the league combined. What are you talking about, self-implosion? I get it, but your struggles are like when, what was this guy's name? With James Charles or whatever, you know? I don't know if you saw this, but for some reason, Moist Critical pops up in my feed every once in a while, and I will usually watch him dumping on influencers. It is a favorite pastime of mine. And this guy, James Charles, got a DM from somebody who lost their job, asking if he'd be able to help out at all. And this unbelievably pampered influencer who has multiple times been caught messaging minors, sits there and goes, you just got to get up off your ass and get a job and everything. It's privilege. I think you can be, being a Celtic fan's got to be great. I always root for Celtic over Rangers because that was, the first team I played in FM and where my family was from in Scotland. When we went on that freaking trip when I was in high school, they all had Celtic jerseys on, and I was like, my team. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay. You just have to acknowledge your privilege. One of the most important things you can do is acknowledging your privilege. Do not come to me and tell me, oh, we're a club almost imploded. You know how many teams in Scotland have actually imploded? A whole league system where two real fat, happy clubs sitting at the top vacuum up every cent that's not nailed down, leaving the entire rest of the league to the entire rest of the league system to starve. The money doesn't move. Why does it not move? Because you guys take all of it. If you're imploding, it's because of stupidity. And you didn't implode, you won the league. Again, which is great. Right? It's just, let's not lose, let's not throw stones in glass houses here. Whoa, we almost imploded. Well, Hearts almost won the championship for the first time in over 50 years. It's rich people problems. Exactly. It's rich people problems. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're going to be a fan of Kilmarnock, it's going to be a different experience than being a fan of Rangers and Celtic. And you can be a lifelong, dedicated fan of Rangers and Celtic, but don't lose the perspective on where you are or what's actually happening. Don't pretend that competition is equal. It's not. I mean, none of these competitions are equal, but Atletico Madrid against Real Madrid or Bilbao against Real Madrid is peanuts compared to Hibernian against Rangers or Celtic. It's not even close. And then the idea that you'd be able to go to the Prem. I saw somebody say they could go to the Prem and win it in 3 seasons. Give me 2 players. I'll give you Maeda on Celtic that start on West Ham. Celtic would be a good championship club that would probably be able to, because of their fan support and their institution, be able to stick as a lower mid-table, maybe top level would be Crystal Palace or something. And then I think maybe over 10 or 20 years, if you keep that momentum going, and if you do well, you could go the Aston Villa route and right, but let's be super real here. Let's be really real here. The level difference between the Scottish League and, the Premier League is monstrous. And all you need to do is look at the Champions League. There were 5 Premier League teams in the top 8 of the Champions League. 5. 6 Premier League teams made the knockouts of the Champions League, including Newcastle, who's in the bottom half of the league. Nobody wants to join the tour. I mean, look, I don't think the Scottish teams should join the English League. I love the Scottish League. I, weird enough, grew up watching it because Fox Soccer Plus had the Scottish League. I watched it a lot. I like the Scottish League. I don't, but there's a mass delusion going on. I'm just trying to address the mass delusion. Yeah, I don't know. I love the Old Firm. I think it's great for the sport. I like the Scottish League. I think its vibe is fantastic. I'm just getting a little annoyed with the whole we had such a hard season. We barely won the league. Just celebrate. Just be happy. Just enjoy it and be it's good for the league that Hearts was able to push us. Because it is. It is good for the league that Hearts was able to push them. that was able to happen, that there was another team that was relevant. There should be agreements in place to share the money more so that more teams would be able to survive and be relevant. You know what I mean? No reason for Rangers or Celtic to take less, though. You have to take a long-term vision with this stuff. And the Premier League, you know why? Do you know why the Premier League is the best team in the world? Because they did this. Nobody gives them credit for this. Nobody talks about this. The Premier League is the best team or the best major league in the world for revenue sharing. The winner of the Premier League gets 1.6 times what the last place team gets. It's a 1.6 to 1 down the whole table. The actual competitive money is so evenly distributed in the Premier League itself that's why Bournemouth can outspin Villarreal, even though Villarreal's in the Champions League. Hold on. Wait, somebody's upset here. Here we go, Fork said I'm going to head out here, right? I'm going to head out. You have no idea what you're going on about. I'm not saying just lie down and give Hearts the title. I'm saying stop pretending like life was so hard for you this year. You just had this amazing moment. Celebrate this amazing moment. Right? But like, you have to be able to acknowledge reality. You know what I mean? Like you have to be able to acknowledge reality. It's called cognitive dissonance, right? When your reality is constructed, and there's a lot of psychological studies on this. This is one of the most important concepts for you to understand in the entire world. When your reality is constructed, it is so painful and jarring for your brain to accept something that alters that. That you would rather stay in the lie. The lie you're telling yourself is that the world is out to get Celtic. And that we're up against the world and this is what we're doing. And when in reality, the world isn't. The whole table is tilted to feed Celtic. And Rangers. It's a table that looks like that. And then everybody else in the Scottish League is under this table, not getting anything. Premier League's the most overrated thing in football history. No, I'm telling you, I mean, like look, Premier League teams in the Conference League and the Europa League are the favorites every time now. And they're backing it up again. I mean, the Premier League teams that show up in the Conference League don't even try until they get to the knockouts. They don't even, Chelsea didn't register Cole Palmer last year. They just show up. English teams can afford to split the revenue more fairly because they still have the presence in Europe? Nah. Now they do. Now the Premier League's the richest league in the world. It didn't used to be. Used to be Serie A. Early 2010s, it was La Liga. And you know who took all the money? Well, in Serie A, nobody has any idea where it went. But in La Liga, there are two clubs. They took all the money. And those clubs stayed huge. But they're now trying to make a super league because they're like, well, the rest of the league's weighing us down. England actually did a really good job of going, competitive money is going to be split between the entire league. In La Liga, there is no competitive money. Like if you finish lower mid-table in La Liga, you get like nothing from the league. You get TV revenue, that's it. And now the Premier League is also winning with media deals. Yeah, the Premier League's the best run league. It's that long-term view. I don't know, man. It's that long-term view. And I think a lot of leagues don't necessarily have that long-term view of trying to make the game better for everyone. They just have that view of like, why is the American telling you this? Why am I the one that has to tell you guys that sharing the money in the entire league is a good thing? The roles are reversed here, man. We have parity. No team goes under over here. No team goes under. Yeah, U.S. sports are like the opposite of the rest of society. Draft picks to the worst teams. The money is dead even to everyone. Like, you know. I don't think in the world of soccer the money should be dead even to everyone. But I think the difference in the size of clubs should be determined by, you know, smaller competitive incentives and obviously the huge commercial impact that clubs like Bayern and Real Madrid are able to create. But the Premier League has a 1.6 to 1 in, you know, prize money all the way down. Well, sarcasm, look, I'm not saying install a salary cap and get rid of promotion and relegation. What I'm saying is do what the Premier League's doing. It's literally what I'm saying. I think the NFL's doing better than it was 10 years ago. I don't know about the NBA because they had the whole Steph Curry versus LeBron James thing going. They were probably making money hand over foot on that. Hey, what's up, Domino? Yeah, but look, I don't know. I feel bad because I've had some Celtic fans of the last week or whatever just like basically be like, oh, I can't believe you would say that. Like, yeah, I'm never going to watch you again. And that always feels bad because I like if I'm wrong, I want somebody to be able to tell me I'm wrong. I don't like having incorrect opinions. I'm either going to be able to convince you that you're wrong or I'm going to be wrong. Very rarely do you get to a point where there's like an impasse in that. I just feel like the reaction from Celtic fans put me off. The storming the field, the world's out to get us sort of stuff that they were talking about, that put me off. It felt like, it didn't make any sense. It doesn't pass the smell test. There's a reason everybody in the entire world was rooting for Hearts, and the appropriate reaction would be like, not yet, you know? Can't believe you don't think we had a hard season when we made 2 cup finals and won the league. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure I'm not the first person to have felt this. But whenever you run into somebody that's suffering from like clearly just like they're not able to be logical in that moment, I wish I could sit down in a room with them for an hour and kind of walk them through like, okay, can you refute this? No. Can you refute this? No. Can you refute this? No. Like, be able to unpack that delusion. You're being a bit of a Celtic hater? I get accused of this all the time. And this goes back to the whole thing where like, oh, well, it's banter. Oh, it's, good take. Good, incisive take, unless it's about my club. You know? I like Barcelona more than I like. I'm transparent about who I like. I like Barcelona more than I like Real Madrid. I do. I like Celtic more than I like Rangers. Always have. Always will. If I'm watching Old Firm, I hope Celtic wins. Right? I got a soft spot for Sunderland. I always hope that Dortmund beats Bayern Munich. It never happens. Right? I'm transparent about what my preferences are in terms of like on the field. But I get called a hater of all of these clubs when I'm just trying to keep it real. Look, I'm not the celebration police. You win, you get to decide how to celebrate because you won. I've just been on the front lines of this conversation for a while, and I don't think that talking about how hard of a season your team has had is part of the celebration. I just think it's dumb. I mean, my dead honest opinion is I think it's silly to say something like that. Or that I like that somebody like, oh, you just don't understand what this title means to us because now we have more titles than Rangers. I think that's a fairer argument. I think that is a fairer argument. But there's always something in the back of my mind that's like, damn, that just isn't actually a league. The Scottish League is 2 teams and then a 10-team reserve league feeding players to those 2 teams. I don't know. Oh, man, my elbow. What's wrong with my elbow, lads? What do I think about sparkling cider? It's good. I love sparkling anything. Like sparkling water, I'm there. Soda, I'm there. You put a little, air in there. Sold. Respectfully, I feel like you're lecturing on a topic you don't know a lot about. I mean, have I kept up with the internal politics of the Scottish League? No, I haven't. So if somebody references a particular event, I'm usually not I'm not going to know what's going on. But I think I have firm ground to stand on with my criticisms there. Enough ranting about Scottish soccer. Let's get some African football. Actually, we've got something even more important than Melilla to get to, chat. And it doesn't need a Gracie Abrams soundtrack. It needs something a little more beat. Okay. What the? Dude, this freaking Stream Deck thing, it has like an integration with Spotify that breaks every 5 seconds. So shout out to Stream Deck for that, man. I'm supposed to be able to control the audio from the Stream Deck, and every single time the song changes, it breaks. So if anybody has any contacts, now, there's a deep dive on Football Manager. All right. Football Manager released their first look at international management. I have not seen this. This is the first time that I'm seeing it, so I just wanted to pull it up and give you a look at this stuff. But first, thank you, Riley Shima, for the 54 months. Rad Lad. Oh, the Jimmy Roach shout out is crazy. Riley, I'm going to give that a B. DA, thank you so much for the 9 months of the Prime. Why do chickens only make one sound? Because they can't think outside the box. Wow, that sucked. But hey, you've had a Twitch child now, so that was a good dad joke. Donatello does. Thank you so much for the 4 months. Please, stop putting out so much content. I'm like 5 Melilla seasons behind, and now there's Crusader Kings 2. What am I supposed to do? Well, hey, have a binge weekend. Ozil, thank you for the $5.87 super chat to support your point. Look at Bayern, who were becoming a complacent mess. Bayer winning the league was the best thing that happened to us. Bro, dead serious. Ozil, dead serious. Bayer Leverkusen winning the league unlocked something in Bayern Munich that was not there before. You are 100% right. Valkyrie, thank you for the 2 months. Welcome back on the Prime. Gadget, thank you for the 61 months. Hell yeah, brother. You see La Liga will be broadcast in Brazil for free through YouTube channel over the next 6 seasons. That is so sick. Gadget, I think that is a great idea. I mean, I know it wasn't your idea, but you can take credit for it. The idea of a league going to a market like Brazil and saying, we're going to broadcast this league entirely for free for years. I mean, there you go. Boom. You just get a bunch of people hooked. Like, there is a principle. YouTube used it. Like, you guys that are watching on YouTube use this right now, which is you want to gain market share. You want to take losses and gain market share. And then once you've gained a ton of market share, then you monetize it. But YouTube took, they were letting Mr. Beast upload I Read the Dictionary, like friggin' 45-hour videos. Anybody could do that. You know how much server space that is? You know how much that costs to be able to host that and replay it to other people? But YouTube said, you know what? Damn sure. We will do literally anything to make sure that this is the only video platform that people are using. And then, at a certain point, they went, okay, now we're going to monetize it, which means you can't upload a video longer than 12 hours. Which, in case you haven't noticed, that has been a rule on YouTube for a while now. You can't upload a video longer than 12 hours because they're trying to make sure that they have money for server space. If you put your funny bone in some hot water, it becomes a laughing stock. Howdy, Z. Did you know that if you put your funny bone in some hot water, it becomes a laughing stock? Hey. Oh, that's an A. That's good stuff right there. That was a great joke. If you put your funny bone in some hot water, it becomes a laughing stock. That's just high quality humor right there. That's just high quality humor. Let's take a look at this international update. This is all the information that we're going to have about it so far. New tools, game upgrades, an official FIFA World Cup license. Dive straight into action with a new quick start option. Dude, I've been begging for this for years. There's like a game mode. Beautiful! Beautiful! That's what you need. This is what you need. Like, oh, let me quick start with, Champions League or whatever. Let me quick start just top 5 European leagues. Let me quick start. Like, we've got a quick start button for the World Cup. Like, just a different little game. Oh, adding in 2 little quick starts is just so good. They need more of that because the barrier to entry to starting a Football Manager save is so high that most people fall at the first hurdle and never even get into it. And I want as many people to be able to experience this game as possible. Is it a separate mode? Well, it says take charge of a nation and navigate your pre-match preparations with the FIFA 26 World Cup branding. Drive straight in. It says dive straight into action with a new quick start option. So you click it, and then you literally just select a World Cup team, and the whole save is set up for you to be able to play. That is, that at least in my mind, that's what a separate mode would be, and that you don't have to go through the tedious, let me set everything up. It's, I'm going to go instantly do this. No, it's, okay. We're looking at the entire thread that's above my head right now. We're going to look at it one at a time. My understanding, based off things I've seen this morning, is that international management will also integrate with saves. This is just this is just the first thing that of all of the things that we're looking at that are going to be announced. Will it work? I have no idea. Z wants a lot of people to get scammed with FM26. I don't know what to say to those people at this point, to be perfectly honest. I don't. How many times can I say that the game is bad? I'm sorry. I got excited because I saw something that I didn't hate.
For the monthly terrible pun.
I'll go back in my corner now.
A joke about the ear, but it might
also,
not be
though, congrats on the A joke. Thank you for the 26 months. Mundo, thank you for the 4 months on the Prime. Ion Visuals, thank you for the 16 months on the Prime. Joe, thank you for the 14 months to respect. Was that loud? Oh. There's no way it was that bad. What track did that even come in? It was not that bad. Oh, it was. Oh, it's coming through on that. Oh. You're good now. You're good now. You're good now. I fixed it. I had to hard reset my I had to like factory reset my audio setup over the weekend, which was an absolute bear. We got it done now though. Olden, thank you for the 3 months. And I visited my grand today and she bought a box of cornflakes thinking it was a jigsaw puzzle. I walked into her on the phone to Kellogg's just yelling, "It's all beak. It's all beak." That's a lingual joke, but it might be coded not in a way that an American can get it, or at least my American. Momo, thank you for the 27 months. Congrats on your 3rd Twitch child. I was going to tell a joke about the ear, but it might not hear well. No, I fixed it. I was able to fix it pretty quickly. I just, didn't know that was there. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey, Z, been catching up with the Melilla on YouTube, and you keep saying unflappable means loads of professionalism, but it's not. Just means they have big bags.
Why is it so hard to win at cards in Africa? Because of all the cheaters.
Of what? What's in the bag? What is in the bag? Put it in the bag! I want to do it! Best purchase I've ever made. All right, so we got this separate mode. That's going to be great. What's next? Your national pool and national shortlists give you tools to stay informed about your nation's talent pool. A brand new provisional squad selection system lets you pick a bigger squad for the tournament before finalizing your selections. Okay, this is the same screen that we see in like the club level, right? And this is the provisional squad where you're able to select a provisional squad and then narrow it down. It's obviously realistic. And this is just, yeah, it's just like a squad registration screen. I don't know if that's like big news here. See the player expectations? Oh, yo. There's player expectations for the national team. So these guys have none. Expectant means probably certain, like I'm going to be in. And if those guys are left out, they're going to be furious. And then waiting. They're waiting to see. I wonder how injuries affect that. That could be like a tricky thing. But that does mean we probably have some sort of squad dynamics. Like there's an international morale. I mean, there's always been an international player morale, but that it's something you can really interact with as an international manager, which would be super sick. Would really love that. That would be awesome. Is there anything else in this screen that we're missing? Squad size, goalkeepers. No. Okay. Find dual nationals or uncover wonder kids with scouting focuses. Adjust your searches and find players outside of your existing national shortlist to bolster your squad. Oh, I can go directly to the next post from here. It's literally been trying to tell me that for a while. Okay, well, there you go. Okay. Leave me alone now. Okay, so scouting. I mean, to be fair, there was scouting with international teams before, and it was what you used to be able to find players, that and like the player search, to add to your national pool when they would then be scouted in your national pool. But if the shortlist then just works like a normal shortlist, which they're referring to it as a shortlist, that means that your scouting department's going to have to go through that shortlist and keep it updated the way that they have to keep shortlists updated in the normal game. Read the article on the website. It's better than this thread. We'll do this thread and then go through the article and see if we missed anything. Because I like the order of the visuals here. Yeah, but that's like the normal scouting screen. I don't think we're... I don't think anything's been added in here. They've just added a scouting functionality. Watch match days come to life with our official World Cup assets. Experience licensed broadcast, graphics, team sheets, and the official World Cup match ball that combine to elevate your in-game experience. I mean, look. The official branding, like with the,
Need a bespoke emote if we don't have none already.
The score bug, and, like, it's sick. Like, 10 years ago, you couldn't have imagined this in Football Manager in your wildest dreams. It's pretty sick. Each time I see the World Cup logo, it's more depressing each time. I don't think the logo's bad. The song... Very bespoke ball. Now that they have the World Cup match ball, how can I mean, dude, honestly, there will be people that buy FM26 just for the World Cup mode. There will be, of course. Shakira's new one is better. I haven't heard Shakira's new World Cup song. I guess I'm probably missing out. Hold on. All right, next. Watch match days come to life. Oh, these are more official assets. Yeah, this is... The funny thing is, this is almost like leaking what the on-TV assets are going to be. Like, this is the first time I'm seeing what the World Cup score bug is going to be. Because it's in Football Manager. This is the first time I'm seeing the lineup graphic for what this World Cup is going to have because it's in Football Manager. Wout Weghorst running it back at the 9. Nice. Yeah, I mean, these are the officially licensed assets. I mean, really, FIFA and Football Manager, like the institution of FIFA and Football Manager, have really embraced ever since they divorced from EAFC. Football Manager is the next biggest, soccer football game in the world. And so all of that official licensing stuff then falls to Football Manager. And I love it. I mean, the immersion is huge, right? The less that you have to imagine, the more the immersion can just happen. And it's really great. And then when you reach the final of the World Cup, crown the moment with an authentic trophy lift sequence, win football's greatest prize, and watch your captain lift the World Cup. I mean, yeah, they got the actual freaking World Cup trophy in Football Manager. You see it when you walk out. I've still never won the World Cup on Football Manager. I've still never won it. I like the scoreboard. Also, I look, this scoreboard's sick. The colors, it's got a lot of life. It feels almost Brazil World Cup-ish. I like that. Yeah, what do we think of obviously, we've now seen the branding. What do we think of the graphical style of the World Cup? Now that, this is the officially licensed graphical style of this World Cup, what do we think of it? It's a vibe. I like it. It's a circus. It's definitely vibrant, but I think it's good. I think the last two World Cups, we had Russia, which was kind of like red and white, and then we had Qatar, which was like sand with attitude, basically, in terms of the way they branded it with the colors and stuff. I like the fact that we're getting back, I like this more than the last two World Cups in terms of, the branding and the score bug. I can't think of the phrase the score bug. It looks ugly to me. That's valid. We want all the opinions. Did he say sand with attitude? Yes. It was literally sand plus maroon. And then Russia, for some reason, was red and white. It was all of the branding and stuff was that red and white. Yeah, this feels more alive than the last. The Brazil World Cup and its branding was very alive. This feels very alive. All right. So they have the World Cup trophy. Oh, here's your trophy lift. Nice. And so there's plenty more for you to discover when international management returns. Well, let's go to the article. All right. Let's go to the article. Feels very South Africa. Yeah, wait until we break out the vuvuzelas. Except instead of vuvuzelas, they're just shooting AR-15s into the air. It's culturally significant. All right. Gumbaiter, thank you for the 37 months. Congrats on the triple baker's dozen. Why is it so hard to win at cards in Africa? Because of all the cheetahs. Oh, so bad. B-. J-Lab, thank you for the 64 months. Wow, woke up. Good thing I didn't have a glass of water in my hand. At least we get to enjoy more CK3 on Wednesday. Damn right, J-Lab. Quadruple double. Thank you for the 43 months. And the Prime need a bespoke emote if we don't have none already. We do need a bespoke emote. Yeah. The air, not the field? Well, depends who's playing. International management arrives in FM 26. Yay, let's deep dive. Dive right into the action. You can kick off your campaign on May. Okay, so this is more detail about the in-game campaign. You can kick off your campaign on May 11th in-game, giving you 2 final friendlies to run the rule over your players and complete your squad selection ahead of the summer's action. Okay. In a subsequent game update in June, there'll also be an early June start date available, so you'll be able to step right into the dugout before the first game of the World Cup. Nice. The final 26-man squads will all be set, ready for your opening match. Okay, good. So there's 2 modes. You can do the friendlies and pick your squad, or you can just jump right in with the actual World Cup squads. That is an unequivocal W for the game. You can still manage national teams and clubs simultaneously, including with the World Cup specific start dates. If you opt to begin in May or June, your club season will simulate in the background ahead of the point where your save starts. You'll also be able to load your existing 23 and 24 saves and continue your national team saves. Wow, so you can port you can port your old Football Managers ahead if you were managing national teams in the past. If you've started a club save in FM26, international management will be seamlessly integrated into your save file. You'll be able to start a new game or have international management brought into your existing save game. It's entirely up to you. That's good. That is good. That's a W. I think, like, I'm gonna expand this W to Unity, because I don't think this sort of in-save game integration would be possible without Unity. So I think it's very much like able to bring it into Unity and update the save game the way that it is. Yeah. They're using Unity to full effect. All right, squad building and squad selection. This is the next part. Let's see what more extra details they have in here. Who makes your squad? Inspired by insights from managers in the professional game, we've reworked registration to make it more intuitive. You'll discover a new provisional squad selection system to call up a wider number of players. You could do that in old games, by the way. The squad planner is now embedded into the squad selection process, with new functionality allowing you to pick your provisional squad directly from the planner. That's nice. These changes to squad registration are connected to a wider adaptation of the national pool and the national shortlist, all designed to better equip you for success. The national pool is now one of the 6 headers used in the top navigation bar. Oh, shoot. Okay, we got a whole national pool section, and national shortlist is in your portal. That's pretty nice. They've added a whole new section to the game. Okay. The squad planner is now better embedded into the squad selection process. Yeah, I see that. The national shortlist includes new displays, such as the player discovery view, that provides a clear indication of a player's recent club form. Alongside that, there's a column clearly outlining their international expectations, ranging from none through those expecting to be the first names on your team sheet. Okay, so they've created a new view, basically. A player discovery view, so you can see players that are playing really well for their club. Giving you visibility of these expectations works in conjunction with a range of new interactions you have with your players. This is what I expected. This is what I expected. There are now more ways to let a player know whether they are likely to be picked or not. Inform them they're moving from the youth to the senior teams, or encourage them to reconsider retirement. That's not all. To help you look for dual nationals that could yet declare for you, or exciting young players for your nation's future, we've added scouting focuses. Similar to recruitment focuses at clubs, you can adjust these searches across several variables, and your national team scouts will look at identifying players outside your existing national shortlist to bolster your options. So what were those 3 options? You can talk to players about whether they're going to be picked or not, inform them you're moving them from youth to senior, or encourage them to reconsider retirement. So the last 2 are pretty specific, but I'm curious how many dialogue options there are for whether they're going to be picked or not. That could either be something that you just don't do, or something that becomes like a really engaging part of international management. These changes to squad registration and player identification improve the way information is presented to you, allowing you to make smarter decisions about who will be leading you to glory. Be mindful that more tools for selecting and speaking to your players comes with greater media scrutiny, as we've added a range of new press conference questions. Okay. Well, probably not doing those, but maybe for like a World Cup run, you'd want to do it. New tools. It's not just in squad selection and squad building that we've given. Look at the color. Yo, screw the tools. This is the most ambitious and vibrant background Football Manager has ever had. Look at this. This is base game, no skins, dog. It's got the personality. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you like the branding of the World Cup, then this is something you'll be a fan of. If you don't, then you just won't. Before every match, you'll be prompted to select match preparation training focuses. Here you can set specific. Okay, that's just same. They brought that over from Club, which is good, but it's not like a huge advancement. It's not big news. We've also made several under the hood changes to player condition to ensure the players are. Dog. I just figure out. I just figured out what's going on with my Spotify thing. I just opened my volume mixer and saw that Spotify was like on 10 out of 100 for some reason. And then I turned the knob and it's changing the audio of Spotify music and podcasts instead of Spotify. And I don't know how Spotify music and podcasts is different than just Spotify in my volume mixer. There's two things. But clearly the plugin for Stream Deck goes back and forth between those two. I don't know. I have no idea how that's happening. Why that's happening. Why does Spotify music and podcasts exist? I just saw it. Anyways, they have changed player conditioning. Hallelujah. They have changed player conditioning. This is a great day. JDW, thank you so much for the year. Bonjour. How's it going? Hope you're doing well, my man. Biblically accurate Stream Deck. Yeah, I have no idea. There's apparently. No, it's not a Temu Stream Deck. It is Stream Deck with the official like Spotify plugin, which I'm trying to get to work for the very first time. And there's two different Spotifys in my volume mixer, and it's just adjusting the audio of the wrong one. I have no idea. Look, much more important than my Spotify situation is the fact that players are not going to be. They finally admitted it, dude. They refused to admit that there were fitness issues in the international game for so long. Like, this is just a victory for me. They refused to, like, admit that there were actual issues with the way the international game selected and, like, rested players. Oh, they fixed it. To fine-tune your preparations, you're now able to recruit set-piece coaches for your national teams. To give you the full picture, the Data Hub also provides you with team-level data. All right, so you can hire set-piece coaches. All right. Be kind of surprised if you weren't able to. Official World Cup licensing is there to elevate your gameplay. To give you that tournament feel, there's... No! 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 It's back! They have bespoken! It's back! The word bespoke. I have PTSD around the word bespoke. To give you that tournament feel, there's a branded header in the portal and a themed background so you navigate your pre-match preparations. Match days are where the license really comes to life. You'll discover new cutscenes, broadcast graphics, team sheets, kits once they're released, it seems like, and the official Adidas Trionda match ball. All right. And to crown the moment, you claim world glory. You'll see your captain lift the World Cup trophy in a new authentic trophy lift. There's plenty more for you to discover when international management returns on May 26th. The initial launch of the feature, 47 of 48 qualified nations will be playable. Oh, we know. Everybody knows. It's Iran, dude. Oh, is it Germany? I was thinking it was going to be Iran. Germany because of the licensing? No, Germany, Netherlands, and Japan have like licensing issues. Japan should be fine now because they're licensed with the Japanese league. But I guess it could be Netherlands or Germany depending on licensing. Now, the Brazilian national team has never had licensing issues in FM. Germany, Netherlands, and Japan did at various points. Netherlands in graphic one. Well, then it's Germany. I think it could be Iran because maybe they're not participating in the licensing thing as some way to get back at FIFA. I don't know. It could be Germany because they're weird with the licensing of their national team. Suit said Italy. No, they'll be playable in your save. Not in the World Cup. Not in the World Cup quick start. Yeah, the U.S. is withdrawing. We previously indicated official kits would be included as part of the international management feature. Licensing approvals are still ongoing. As a result, not all FIFA World Cup team kits will be available upon launch of the feature, and some may be added at a later date. So you might they might just drop the ball on the licensing stuff for the kits and just not have kits. Or you could just be like Canada at the World Cup 4 years ago and not have a kit sponsor. Or not have like a kit manufacturer and not have an official World Cup kit at all. That angered me so much. Canada did not have an official like World Cup kit. They just wore their normal kits to the World Cup 4 years ago. One of the most absurd things I've ever seen. Two 0. What's 2-0? What match is going on right now? I don't have any flagged matches going on right now. We just have Arsenal Burnley. Who needs a special kit, eh? Hey, at least you use the Canadian accent, right? Yeah, Netherlands is all, like, it's definitely not the Dutch for the quick start. Oh, Göteborg. Is it the Swedish Cup? I guess the Swedish League is, we're in the middle of the Swedish League season right now. How long ago was Mjällby? That was last year? God, that was that long ago. I didn't know Göteborg was that bad. I didn't know they were that bad. All right, but this update's solid. They fixed the one thing they needed to fix, which was the fitness. They've added in some player selection stuff. It doesn't seem to be that deep or that fleshed out. And they've added in a quick start mode. They've added in, like, for the first time, a game mode that allows you to just play a particular part of the sport, which is awesome. They needed that. They did that. They needed to fix the fatigue. They did that. The branding's going to be cool. I mean, I think it's a B. Like, I don't think there's any reason to hate on this update. We haven't played it yet. But I don't think there's any reason for us to hate on this from what I've seen. Now, of course, when it comes out, it could be a mess. And based off the way Miles was writing about it, it might be. Right? They were like hedging their bets with that announcement that they released a little while ago. But This seems fine. You know, it's not like a giant overhaul, but it seems fine. Yeah. It seems all right. Seems all right. Oh, I just realized I don't have my goal sounds on this soundboard yet. We should probably fix that. Hold on just a second there, Buster. Hold on to your hats. All right. Now, I need to fix the sound bed. All right. Choose file. Documents. Streaming. Sound pad. Goal. We got it! Like I said, I had to hard reset this thing over the weekend. Like literally factory reset. So I rebuilt most of it, but I totally forgot to do the sound pad. All right, Neville. And most importantly, the most important one, which we add to the sound pad, which is... Nice, dude. Good work. Then we got to add this over here. And that's that. That's trombone. Oh, yeah, that's the one that I replaced. Okay. I'll replace that. And then that gets this. I don't remember what this is. All right, we're set. Beautiful. Beautiful. Bro, I don't have the Julian Brandt sound effect anymore. I don't know where it went. I literally don't have it. I don't have it anymore. That and the do. I don't have it. Those are probably on my third computer over here. Oh! Jeez! And crackers. I don't have them anymore. Well, let me rephrase that. They're not in the folder they're supposed to be in, so I have to go looking for them. You know what I mean? I have to go looking for them. All right, chat. You know what we're doing today. We're playing a Super Cup final. Welcome to the next episode of the UD Melilla Journey. January 8th, Super Cup final. Barcelona, UD Melilla. Let's go get them. We're also buying too many players. Oh, look. What is your issue with going after Nicholas Franke and Abel Yande? We've already made some wonderful signings, right? We've already made the signing of Tomoyuki Shigehiro. All right. Tomoyuki Shigehiro. This dude's got the sugar. Hi, YouTube. Yeah, say hi to YouTube. YouTube can see you. You can't see them, though. It's like an awkward situation. JDW, bonjour. Thank you for the year. And Forrester, thank you so much for the 61 months. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. YouTube's lurking in the dark. It's true. They can't see you. But you should wave and be nice to them. Or else they're going to haunt you from the shadows. They called you bespoke, Twitch. They called you bespoke. How do we feel about that? Big thing. All right, Super Cup, though. Super Cup, right? Cañete. God, I forgot Cañete was hurt. I forgot Sosa was hurt. Now we've got Teo Pizarro in there. Ivande Ferreros Otero. We're going the Great Wall of Melilla today. But we don't have Cañete. We don't have Ifeanyi. Do I have a left back on my team? Bongani Van Rooyen. So I don't have Samuel. I don't have Sambasar. I don't have Cañete. I'm out of fullbacks. I mean, I don't even know if I have a left back who's B team level that can like be on my team at this point. We need B team goalkeeper as backup. Not Verdu. Not Soto. Lira. Rodrigo Lira. You're the number 2 keeper for this Super Cup final. Don't ask any questions. Stay quiet. Keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. Guillermo, you're one of those absolute trash players, right? Yeah. Okay. Sile Peterson. Oh, no, I can just bring up Spiwe Bar. Spiwe Bar is going to be my left back sub. Okay. Now, back to the actual first team here. Paul Duran cleared for 75 minutes of action. Alrighty. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get off Palafox. Ortega's cleared for 45 minutes, Doc. Duran, give me 45, and then we're going to go to Ortega for 45. That's how we're going to manage our midfield. Give me those 2 guys, and we'll just switch them at halftime no matter what happens. All right. This one's for a trophy, chat. This one's for a trophy. Ortega's really good. I like him. I mean, he's been hurt like the entire year, but I feel like he's really good. It's the first match of the stream. It's a cup final. The Spanish Super Cup. They've just beaten Real Madrid. And now they take on Barcelona for the second trophy in club history at the top level of Spain. They won the Super Cup 2 years ago, and UD Melilla takes the field, searching for that glory once again. It's Barcelona, and it's UD Melilla for the Spanish Super Cup. The feisty African club that won this trophy 2 years ago by beating Barcelona and Real Madrid. Will now try to do it again. Okay. Hold. No, we've never done a song for the Super Cup, chat. We've never done it. We didn't do it for the semifinal when we beat Real Madrid. It's a fake competition. If we win it, it's real, but We've never done a song for the Super Cup. We're not doing the... No. The in-game sound is so quiet to me. Well, I just made it quieter, yeah. The factory reset of the mixer, it's always so interesting what gets quieter and what doesn't. That's 100%. I don't know. All right, here we go. Defense, boys. Defense away. Good. It's unlucky, boys. It's unlucky. Keep playing. Keep playing. Keep playing. Keep playing. Nice. Good tackle. Yeah, Saviro. Good run. Saviro have a cote. Saviro have a... Oh. There we go. Van Rooyen. Good ball. Have a cote. I'm better than shooting it, apparently. Van Rooyen. Sessa. Oh, he's one. Just turn around! I don't even need to see the rest of this play, man. Just turn around. There's no... I mean, this was wide open. This is so well worked. Otero draws the extra man. Look at this. Just turn around. Just a little quick touch shot towards the goal. Like, what are we... Dog! What are we doing? Oh, we're almost scoring anyways. Okay. Oh... Oh, it could have been something. Van Rooyen. Otero. Van Rooyen settles. Duran. Havacote. Duran. Ooh, good look for a ball. Hirano! He's in! He's off. He was off. We look up. We're right there, dude. We got 5 straight shots. Come on. All of a sudden, we're all over them in a cup final. Havacote. Sessa. Otero draws the extra defender again. Ah. I don't think we defended that particularly poorly. We didn't give them the easy one. We made them earn a hard one on that counter, and they earned it. There's a goal for us in this game. There is absolutely a goal for us in this game. Rubio. Duran. Rubio. Duran. Sessa. Ferreros. Otero. Aguiar. Gotta have a simple pass to a wingback in that play, but have a coach. Oh my. Nice step by Ferreros. Very good. Oh, what? We gotta stop the step up more. And we've got to take away Nico Paz's space. Van Rooyen got obliterated by that move from Lamine Yamal. I mean, he's killing us. I don't have any wingbacks that it's like, oh, I'm out of wingbacks, dude. I'm missing 2 first-team wingbacks and a B-team wingback. All of a sudden. Ortega, Roman, Javier in. We gotta go switch that team instruction again. Shouldn't change the opposition instructions, though. Well, that was an embarrassing first half. That 15-minute stretch to end the half was absolutely embarrassing, because before that stretch, I felt pretty good about our ability to really make this a game. And then we just got escorted out of the building quite harshly. Oh, nice pass. What more can I do? that situation. I mean, what more can I do? To put Gutierrez in there. Aguirre, plug him into the middle. And then Ferreros will go to the right. Gutierrez will take the left. Oh, brother. This will be a Bungani Van Rooyen, dog. All right, Aguirre. Let's get Avande. Go stand in the middle. We're not going to be able to make it through the rest of this game. Give me Sapiwe Bar. Or actually, no. Give me Gutierrez. No, I'm not. Come on, game. Give me Gutierrez playing that left wing back position. Just, it's a way better defender than Van Rooyen is. Hopefully, he'll be able to give us 30 minutes of us not getting embarrassed. More than we already have been. Comeback starts now. Comeback starts right now. Oh, boy. They can't miss, dude. Dog. Dog. We got to be better. We got to be better. That was really bad. That right there, that was a really bad performance. Don't think that could have gone any worse. I don't think that could have gone any worse, Chad. 5-0. We got absolutely pantsed in the Super Cup final. It looked like we were going to give them a real good game, and we didn't get outshot by a lot, but they were, I mean, Lamine Yamal had 10 minutes of playing like the best player in the world, and, you know, very juxtaposed emotions between these two games. very, very difficult juxtaposition there. Because we loved the win against Real Madrid. That was, great. But that's where the leadership comes in. We're missing our captain, Kelvin Mbambo. We're missing our vice captain, Angel Cañete. We don't have our normal goalkeeper back there. Dang it, we didn't get Frankie. He's headed to Liverpool. He feels their squad is much stronger than ours, which normally I feel like I would try to make some sort of argument against that. I feel like maybe right now is not the best time for me to try to make the argument that I feel like maybe is not the best. This isn't the best time for me to try and make the argument that we're actually we're a better squad. Yeah, we're probably not going to get Abel Yande. I want the Zambian Messi, but we're probably not going to get him. All right, what spots on the squad would we be looking to make an improvement to? So we don't have Sosa for the next 6 weeks. We don't have Cañete for 6 weeks to 2 months. We don't have Cuckoo for 2 to 4 weeks. Raul Sarai's out 7 days to 3 weeks here. Villalba's fully fit again, and Mbambo's working his way back. We have Marco Antonio the Palafox, who's come in from Mexico. And then there's Alejandro Parguindaddy Parguinas. Sam Bissar's back from AFCON, where he got worse somehow. That's good. Just thinking, man, I hope he gets worse. No, I did the real name fix installation clean. I did it on the most recent folder. The issue is once you go into a save once, and I think I did this before I transferred it, but once you go into a save once without the real name fix on, it kind of just borks it, so. Who's the guy Man United just bought for $150 million?
Zealand, I saw your video earlier
They bought
today
for what?
About wanting to watch all the World Cup
Enric.
matches. I am currently
Geoffrey
watching your
Enric.
taunt and save and at
He's
2
really not
hours
that good.
57 minutes in the wild promotion push.
They
full
bought him from
stream.
Girona
You
for
said it's your
117
dream to
million.
watch
Very
every second
Manchester
of
United
every match
business.
at the World Cup. Maybe this year is your year.
It's
to
really
do it.
not like that good.
55
That's
months
crazy.
by the
Hey,
way.
dude, that is.
Wahoo.
Hey, I'm better than Girona, dude. Come here. Come grab one of our guys for that kind of money. Are you serious? That is a silly amount of money. Yazir, you've got to get a little more than makeshift at center back, man. You have to. Can I not get to his, like, where his asking price is set? Why? My brain's telling me that's where it should be, where I'm able to set his asking price. Yeah, because you're offering out. I mean, the reason I'm not because the offer out option's right here. So something's wrong. We'll just go a day or two and then see what's going on. Because if you have an active offer out, that's normally just not there. You're not able to see that. Okay. Itumeleng Benjamin. I like Itumeleng Benjamin, but he's too expensive for the B team. Probably. Jaden Adai, Gil Fernandez. They extended him for 1 year. Omar Yahia. Gustavo Martinez. Daniel Okachukwu. Mile Yanus. This guy's a good guy to keep an eye on. He's a competent EU center back who does not cost a lot. At our level, that's actually quite hard to find. But what we're hoping for is somebody that knocks our socks off. That is EU that we want to bring in and knocks our socks off. This guy just can't play center back. I mean, he's too short. Literally too short. Andreas Allentoft, 21-year-old midfielder from Midtjylland, who's good, but we just leave it there. He's just good, you know? Hassan Zitouni. Did I get the Wonder Kid? Yes. We got the Wonder Kid. Jordan Gerber. The Gerber baby. Roberto. You're 20. All right. You can't be doing this teenage, like, oh, I'm going to be good at some point nonsense. This is a guy they should have been spending that money on. Leo Versalis. There's no way he's listed at 100. It's his release clause, and they wouldn't be willing to take anything below that. Really? Come on, haggle, man. You gotta haggle. I mean, what's the point of, listed somebody for sale? We didn't list them for sale. Well, that doesn't sound like my problem. Where's your love of the free market, man? Where is your love of the free market? Clearly not here. Oh, we got more of the African guys. 20-year-old Juan Adam. Coulda. Man, you were a big hit in the 40s. All right, Christopher Butu. No. Noah Kongai. Kossi Broom. Abdul. Okay, Togo. Okay. Okay, Togo. Abdul Jallo. Can't play in your system? Oh, he absolutely can. He has the skill set for it. He just doesn't know it yet. Resolute.
Zed's colonialism knows no bounds.
$24 is a chunk of change. Adaptability issues, mild injury issues. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk. I just want you to talk. Let's just let's get a little conversation going. Let's get a little conversation going. All right. Dude, AFCON's starting to be the gift that keeps on giving, scouting these young players at AFCON. All right, that's back to back right there. Back to back bright young players from our AFCON scouting trip. Cherno Co. Juan Hurtado from Jaguares. This dude's an absolute demon in that league, but there's no shot that he'll ever play for me. So let's get back to the AFCON kids. Alicante, no. Omar Giba. Amadou Mendez. Ricardo Biagwe. Suleiman Kasama. Bruno Souza. Euclides de Conceição. He's a philosopher with flair. He's a philosopher with flair. The dramatic. Salah Saidi. He's just like your classic athletic-based wingback. Yeah, I don't really see a bright future for him at all, actually. I don't think he's good. I don't think he's good in the slightest. Really, this guy's getting into the Senegalese team. How are they short on wingers? Maybe it's a potential play. Guys does have a couple of caps, though. Right wing back, Herman Konen. Just got into the Ivorian national team for his first cap. I like his valuation. Wediong Ta... Dude, I wish that I... Come on, why didn't I get this guy in my intake? Oh, they signed him? No! Weddy Wop over here was playing in Ivory Coast. Oh, he's short. He's short. Never mind. He's short. Nines might have a pretty good defender here. Dude, 5-7 jumping reach. Can we get some HGH into the sporting system and help Messi, okay? Can we get some HGH back out there? Overall good for player development, okay? There are overall positives. Victor Manuel Palacios. The man has incredible potential. Could be a great player. You know I'm tempted to try and splash in and sign him, but I'm going to be patient. Giancarlos. Ooh. 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 Ooh, that dude can play. That dude, you could put that dude anywhere and he'd be playing. Al Assad want Nicolo Savona. Sorry, I must be seeing things. I'm sorry, I must be seeing things. Surely I am hallucinating. Surely. Z finally checks Savona 3 streams later. Look, I'm not perfect. All right. Yeah, you're right. I probably should have checked him a long time ago. That's my bad. Like, I get it. You got a Saudi offer, but like, dude, we gotta move a little bit. We gotta move a little bit. Your wage is ridiculous. You get $30,000 for every cap, a relegation release clause of $0, and a minimum fee release clause is $87 million. Bro, I will give you a $20 million release clause, please. All right, we got a little movement out of him. I don't expect him to accept that offer. I expect him to go to Saudi, but that offer at least doesn't make my nose bleed. So, you know, starting point. Starting point. Doesn't enjoy big matches, you know? And the goose is cooked. Oh, my dude, you could play center back. That'd be great. Marlucio from Corinthians. You could do it. You just believe in yourself, Marlucio. All you have to do is just play center back. All right, we're waiting to hear back on Abdou Diallo in my fifth. Oh my god, I got Yonde. I gave him so much more money. Dude. How, like, did you guys see the offers that were on Yonde? The Zambian Messi is coming to play for us because we gave him a huge contract. Star player in Cape Town City, Abel Yonde. The Yonde. What contracts did he reject? He rejected like a lot of contracts. Arsenal, Inter, Juve, Napoli. My goat. My goat. My goat. My absolute goat. Atlanta. Oh, shoot. You're right. My B, dog. My B. My B. Parthenope, right, is Napoli. Abel Yonde. What a freaking coup. The 19-year-old Zambian's making $2.3 million a year. We knew the way to his heart. We knew the way to his heart, and we've signed Abel Yonde. Doesn't have the squad space. Look at that potential! Ugh. The Zamba Messi. All right. Who do we like better, Shigehiro or Yonde? You need to get serious about booting Hashemi? He's already gone. Hashemi's already gone. Who do we like? Shige or Yande? Shige's not as good of a passer or an athlete, but his technique is like really good. He's also younger. Shigehiro is like a year and a half younger than Yande. Both of them have the time to reach their potential. I'm not worried about that. Both of them have good mindsets. I mean, both of them are guys that we considered like, you know, guys we're not going to miss. Right? Guys that we're not going to miss and we really want to bring in and be able to develop. We just have some hard squad decisions we're going to have to make. And you. I don't know what's going on with you. We'll do that. Something's wrong, so maybe we do one more offer out. It'll work. And then there's Palafox, who I like a lot. Really like Marco Antonio Palafox. Him and Shigehiro are both young. The issue with Shige is that he is not headed towards being a domestic player ever. Where somebody like Villalba will get there after next season. It would be maybe time for us to get that big $90 million offer for Danny Avande. They all fit. It's just the last roster spot. All right, all three are going on the loan list, and we're going to see what offers we can get. Ben Parguenas and put in Shigehiro or Fox. Parguenas. I don't think all of those are possible. We just loan him out and then try and move him in the summer, I guess. He's been bad this year. Parguenas does not have a goal contribution this year. He's been a little off his regular game. Like, we added Shige and dropped Parguenas. And then you could add Yande, too. You basically drop Roman and Parguenas and bring in Shige. I don't think you could add Yonde, actually. I think he puts us slightly over. So you could not do Palafox either. What you could do is Palafox and Yonde. And then Shigehiro would have to go out on loan. This is a cup match anyways. We don't have to worry about how we're going to register this team for this cup match. This is a cup match. Superstition is the way. Hey, hey. All right, Pizarro. Defensively, we're going to go with those three. Yasser Mahdi, Aguirre, and Gutierrez. Rubio and Van Rooyen. Actually, I'm going to go Gallardo and Spiwe Bar. Just see if we can get these guys a rest. Only cleared for 75 minutes, so let's have you play 75 minutes. That works. Actually, no. We'll play Perez and Sessa.
9 months.
Jurado's still working his way back to sharpness, so we'll put him out there. But I think we should give one of these kids a look. Let's go with Shige first. Let's go with Yonde. I'm actually a little more excited about Yonde as a player. Like, Shige, I'm more excited about his future because he's a year and a half younger. But I think Yonde is more ready to play now. So let's give Yonde the go. And then... All right, who's around? Mbambo's around, but he's not ready to play yet. Now let's go Palafox. Let's let Palafox play. Havakote is going to get Roman. Ortega's back and ready to go, which is nice. Maybe we put him at the non-playmaker spot. Sar's back. Oh, that's nice. We actually don't need to start Spiwe Bar. We can start Samba Sar. Sar's back. My bad. Sar is back. Yo, Matrix, thank you so much for the 79 months, by the way. I appreciate you, my dude. Parthius, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Hell yeah. Rob, thank you for the 55 months. Saw your video earlier today. Wanted to watch all the World Cup matches. Currently, we're watching your taunt and saving 2 hours, 57 minutes into the wild promotion push. Set your dream to watch every second of every match of the World Cup. Maybe this year you can do it. That'd be great. I can't play players for more than 2 teams in a season. Oh, so if I play them, then they're not going to be able to loan, is what you're saying. Because these guys have both played for somebody else, right? He's played for Pumas this season. And then Yonde, if he plays for us, then he won't be able to play for somebody else either. That's what you're saying. All right. Won't back down. Yonde's wage that we had to pay to get him disqualifies him from playing for the B team. Palafox's wage likely I don't think any of these guys are B team options. They're like quadruple A players, you know? Like, this guy plays for Japan, so we have to pay him a decent amount of money to get him to come play for us, you know? If we drop Roman and Pargueñas, we're able to get 2 of them in. We're able to get 2 of them in. I think the one guy will... I think that's our roster plan right now, is to bring Abel Yonde and Palafox with the first team this year. And then loan Shige. I mean, it's going to be maybe a little difficult for us to find that loan for Shige, but I think that's the one that we do. And then we leave Shige off the bench here. But we have to find him alone. If we play these guys, though, we commit to that. If we play them in this match, then we commit to that. Yeah, something's wrong with the real name fix. No, look, chat. I'm not signing these guys like, oh, they're all easily going to fit in the first team. I know they're not all easily going to fit in the first team. I'm signing them because I want to own that player. And because I think owning that player is going to be great for the club in the long run, you know? I am aware of the fact that it, like we're not going to be able to register all of them. What I wanted to do, I didn't think we were going to get Yonde. I was hoping, and I'm happy we got him, but obviously it changes the way that we need to do some math here. So Shiga Hero is lone listed, and we are going to have to move him, and we'll play Palafox and Abel Yonde in this match. But if they don't fit, they don't sell well. Tell that to Ty Noonan, man. Tell that to Ty Noonan. Our only unregistereds are Yasser Mahdi, which is planned. He's going down to the B team. We're just dealing with a center back injury right now, so we're keeping Mahdi around the first team. Salvatore Roman, who we were looking to move anyways, he said he wanted to leave. Yasser Mahdi is not supposed to be registered. He was supposed to be in the B team at the beginning of the year, but we had to go out and sign another center back. All right, Pizarro, Mahdi, Aguirre, Gutierrez, Gallardo, Sarr. And then Perez, Sessa, Gerardo, Yonde, and Palafox. Yeah, Joe Aguiar in the chat upset that he's not on the bench. He didn't play well in the last match. I mean, I know it was against friggin' Barcelona, but he didn't play well, so. All right, Yonde gets number 19. Here we go, boys. A little cup match for your trouble. Please rise and remove your caps for the performance of the FA Cup Copa del Rey anthem. It's the Copa del May be seated. All right, boys, I want to see some good performances. We got the Zambian Messi out there today. Abel Yonde. We have invested in the future of Abel Yonde. We believe in what Abel Yonde can become. A guy that works in tandem in this tactic with Zivairo Havakote and those types of attacking midfielders that we found a way to incorporate. All right, let's go. And Palafox out there. Sarr back from AFCON with Senegal. We'll see a good performance today, boys. I want to see a good performance. Yeah, good. Good save. Good save. Copa del Rey against Cordoba. Teo Pizarro, of course, in goal. All right, let's go. Sar. Yande. I always like seeing the new guys, seeing somebody can flash something here. Yande, good pocket of space. Sar. Driving. Yande. Sessa. Man, Gerardo, second straight match after he lit up Real Madrid. Just fat nothing burger for him today. Otero. Aguirre's limping around. Hopefully just a bruise. Nice, Marcos. All right, Yande. Oh, nice. Okay, Palafox. Little hold-up play. Abel, yeah. Oh, good vision. Gallardo. Wasn't a great look. Yande's looking like a guy that can make things happen when he gets on the ball. We'll go to 55 before we make any changes. We'll go to 55 before we make any changes. 55. Nice, Sar. Way to stay on him. All right, Sar coming around Yande. Sar. Bring it back. Gutierrez is there. He's a decent crosser. Oh, that was that. Oh, it should have been a better header. That should have been a better header. Because that was a pretty decent ball. Urbanic. And you know what? I'm going to leave Gerardo in for like 10 more minutes. If it's not working, then I think I'm going to make a change. If I use Urbanic. Do I not have windows here? This would be my second window, and then I'd have to make 3 subs later. I don't mind that, though. Been better in the second half. It's not doing a whole lot. Yande and Havakote, you're going in front. Sessa, get him off. We get Ortega in. And then we need wingbacks. I'm going to go ahead and get Sar, who's nervous and on a bad rating, and we'll leave Gallardo in at the other spot. Those are all my subs. My subby boys. Something here. Yande. All right. Perez, right where he needs to be. Providing the easy pass for everybody. All right, Madi, who's a pretty good passer of the ball. Yande, good spot. Oh, Havaconte! Keep it going. That was a great piece of play. Gutierrez, Ortega. Gutierrez. All right, the blood's in the water. The blood's in the water. The new tactics got him swimming. It's got him swimming. How much we spend on Yande? 600,000. He was 600,000. Oh, man, we got Havacote in on goal. Dude's got like 15 finishing. Well, that's extra time. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Extra time, extra time. We've got one sub now. We got to remember that. I'm not going to use it right away. But we do have one extra sub. Maybe we go Rubio for Gallardo at like 100. Van Rooyen, well settled by Jaime Gutierrez. Otero, Madi, Gallardo. B team starting right back. Alexi Gallardo. Getting his first team opportunity here. Madi, Perez, Ortega! Oh, it's got in! Oh! It's gone in! It's Ander Ortega! The man who's been injured nearly all season, and yet he's had such an impact on this season as well. He squeaks a ball in. And Ander Ortega is going to make my tactical change with an excuse me goal to give them the lead at Cordoba in extra time. Nice, Madi. I don't love the pass to the keeper, but okay. Saved us from a goal kick, I guess. Or saved us from a corner, I mean. Sub! Rubio! Gallardo. A fresh red rocket. A fresh red rocket will do us a world of good here. Just a fresh red rocket, please. Yeah. Oh, attaboy, Perez. Just an absolute missile in there. Rubio, he's got the 1-2. Zivairo, Havacote working out of the channel. Havacote into Rubio. Yes! It's the Red Rocket again! And look at what he has done. Tremendous from Miguel Rubio. So often the hero. And now the hero again. A man who rises to big occasions. Cup match on the road. And it's a two-man game with the Flying Dutchman, Zivairo Havacote, who does a wonderful job slipping him through. So well done from Rubio. And the Red Rocket, the Melilla boy, who's been playing with them since the 4th division, continues to leave his mark on this club. A unique story of Miguel Rubio. Havacote Havacote, a running ball. Rubio's there again. Rubio, Abonic! A goal and an assist from Miguel Rubio. What a wonderful cut in. And Yuri Urbanek wins the race to the ball. And Cordoba has been brushed aside in extra time. What a first half of extra time we've been treated to. 4 goals. 3 for you, Di Melilla. Well, we obviously rotate for the cups. We give guys opportunities in the cups, and my goodness, a fresh Miguel Rubio might be the most lethal cup. I mean, ugh. Rubio. Oh, they can't get it clear all the way. Van Rooyen keeps it alive. Perez. Rubio! Oh, it's touched in by Yuri Urbanek. He looked offside, and the flag is up. Thought he had his second goal, the check forward. Now, Perez has been great. Yande's been solid as well. They've got good-looking match ratings now. But Perez is on an 8.2. Might be time to consider him as a potential first-team player. Van Rooyen. Perez. Van Rooyen. Van Rooyen to Ziviro. Oh, what a beautiful... Dude, if he could score in this match, we wouldn't have had this problem. What a great 1-2 with Ziviro. I mean, this is kind of exactly what this is supposed to look like with the attacking midfielders in here. Playing tight spaces. Just nothing the middle of that defense can do. And just clunked it, dude. Absolutely clunked it. Regicide, thank you for the 17 months. Only Hearts, thank you for the 2 months. Husky, thank you for the 9 months. Congrats on your Twitch child. And Mike, thank you for the 33 months. My colonialism knows no bounds. You're probably right. 7.8 from Pizarro as well. In goal. Don't really know what he did. Hey, good win, boys. Good win. Good win. Good win. We fought hard for that. We fought really hard for that. It's a good dub. Aguirre, it's a bruise. It's a bruise. He's fine. Yeah. What's my reaction to the perceived physicality? Now we're not paying goal bonuses. Good miss. Let's see if we can find a decent loan for Parguendaddy. Shigehiro does have loan interest from... Yeah, good. All sorts of teams. Okay. Got immediate loan interest from Ligue 1. I think sending him to Ligue 1 would be great. He's already working on his Spanish, but just getting him some playing time somewhere, at a high level, I think would be really valuable. And a lot of people want Shigehiro, and then obviously we can reevaluate where he stands in terms of playing for this team. He might turn into a never-play Noonan, but I think his potential is bigger than Noonan's, and so, he might become not a never-play Noonan either. He might become somebody, Shigehiro, that we use in our first team. You should do right now. I am stuck between my anger and the blame that I can't face. Memories. Verified of weather. Dude, what is broken with frickin' Salvatore, man? Something's off with Salvatore. His, screen. Something feels weird. Noonan actually made 2 appearances? Sure he did. His first year. Can I unsettle Abdul Diallo by continuing to pursue him? That's the question. But now if I'm going to go over 15 million, I'm going to need a confirmation on his potential. If Fianyi Samuel facing a contract stalemate with Melilla, I don't think he is. I don't think he is. He's under contract for 18 more months. You're not going to bully me with headlines into this. Your stupid headlines are not going to bully me into anything. My fault. I just like to play the victim and I'll drink alcohol. Lianoya's on the loan list. God, the fall off, man. The fall off needs to be studied. I loved Tavi Lianoya. Then he doesn't like big matches, and all of a sudden, a couple of Eredivisie teams are in for Tomoyuki Shigehiro. Tell you what, since there does seem to be interest, and this is not a one-time thing, and I would prefer the Paris FC move. We're going to lock regular starter. We're going to lock regular starter. Did Barcelona batter us? Well, they might have. They might have battered us. I have to do. Ooh. Luis Alberto Ferreros has got a little more room to grow. I don't mind if you do, man. I don't mind if you do. Loan offers for Pargueñas. La Liga. Show me La Liga. Yep, 2 La Liga offers. Beautiful. All right, we got to do the exact same thing we just did on the last guy. Loan offers, but I want to see who's really serious about him and who wants him at that regular starter level. So, all right. I saw it. Napoli's offer for Otero. He has no interest. Is that 30 million up front? Look, you got to go way above that, man. You got to go way above that. Way up there. Fraguinho, thank you for the $5. Don't know if you talked about it, but do you think Celtic heart situation is any similar to Slavia Sparta? I mean, somebody said that apparently the whistle for the goal was also the full-time whistle. The announcers and nobody seemed to notice that, but if that's true, then no, it's not the same. If it was not the full-time whistle and he whistled it after the players stormed the field, I think there's a precedent for it being treated the same way. But it's such a massive decision that I don't blame the Scottish FA for not making it. And if we're being fair, Celtic deserves to win the league, even if their fans, that little fan section that ran onto the field are idiots. They still deserve to win the league. It would be kind of wrong to reverse that. Yeah, I saw your Nkundu is on the move. Dude, I'm getting everybody. We just got Savona to replace Cucurella in our lineup next year. Okay. Yeah, that was a terrible offer there. Valbuena. We just signed end of contract Nicolo Savona. I actually am not going to do it. I actually think I am going to do it. I think especially considering Van Rooyen's been threatening to leave, having a guy that can play literally 5 positions in my team, experienced, professional, well-rounded, I think there's a lot of value in that. Obviously, no upfront transfer fee helps as well. My only concern is how much more our wage limit is going to go up, because right now, I mean, he's at 8% of the entire wage budget with $4 million a year. We have the money as a club. My only concern is the wage limit of the league, which will go up because we're in the Champions League, and it looks like we're going to be able to battle our way back there, he says, while sitting in 8th. But, we got a match in hand, and we win that match. We're right there again, so. The league, once we kick on, now that we have Gerardo and Villalba back, he's 30? Yeah. He is 30. You got to have somebody tutor all the youngins. He's 30 with 16 natural fitness. He will sustain for the next 3 years as a good player. We're getting him for free. Nah, we're gonna get him. I'm expecting us to have 55, 60 million as our wage cap in the league next year because of our continued success. And we're losing Cucurella. We literally have a spot, and it's not one of those signings where it's extra. We're letting Cucurella go at the end of this season. He slots right into that wing back, center back position that is very helpful for us. He also will be able to take over Cucurella's mentoring group to help improve the professionalism of some of the younger players. Yeah, we like to move for free when we can. And I mean, our budget is pretty freaking significant. So. He's our starting right back this season. You might have a point. Hold on. The match has started. Arsenal Burnley has started. So that is it for today. We'll be on earlier tomorrow. I know this was a shorter stream today. And I'm sorry for that. Just didn't had some stuff that I had to do in the morning and wasn't able to get on until I wanted to. JLab, I've seen that. Honestly, with that sort of thing, you can just DM me, JLab, instead of trying to start a chat revolution. It's, in some senses, almost more likely I'm going to see it. But I will check that, obviously, because I see something's wrong with it, too. But enjoy the match. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Much love. Fist bump. Have a good one. And we'll be back on tomorrow. We're going to be getting on early. We're going to play some Melilla, and then we're going to play some Tennis Manager. Tennis Manager's new game just dropped. For this snooze fest, I don't know, dude. Arsenal hasn't scored yet. Burnley's got nothing to play for. I think it's going to be a fun match. Sue me.